If you want to save your dog from Parvo, try these remedies we did at home along with veterinary intervention. If you're here, it means that you're dealing with a sick puppy. So I hope and pray you get your dog well. Be sure to watch the video on how we remediated and disinfected Parvo from our household. The virus will still live for months in your household or even in your yard. We have had a successful outcome, and my hope is that it will be the same for you. I'll share what we did, and at least you can give your pup a fighting chance. Here is our journey, and we hope that this will help with yours. It was an effort between my husband and I to give round-the-clock care. Stick around because I'm going to share some tips on how we force-fed the medication and liquids. Kiko, our American Bully XL, was 5 to 6 months old when he contracted Parvo, even though he was vaccinated. The first symptom we noticed showed up on a Friday. Kiko exhibited vomiting. We initially thought he was throwing up because the day before he got into the stuffing of a Certabed. Our concern was that he had some sort of blockage. This is what happened.
At what this guy did. You're in big trouble. Now you're just gonna ignore me and not even look at me? Why are you making a face like that? Should have came in tattletale. You better start snitching.
We took him into the vet. The vet did a Parvo test. Kiko's test showed up blue almost immediately. He stated that Kiko had a 50-50 chance survival rate. This news was devastating to us. We were so emotionally attached to him, even though he had only been in our home for 3 months. So what he received at the vet was SC fluid. This fluid was injected between his shoulder blades right under the skin. There was a hump where they administered the fluids. What this does is it allows the fluids to be absorbed by the body over time. Pocket of fluid may move through the chest or the arms, and this is actually normal. Side note, there are videos that show you how to administer the fluids at home. Someone else out there who doesn't have the means to pay for a vet bill may look at that as an option. He was also given an injection of Serenia, and the Serenia is given to prevent vomiting. He was also given an injection of Cavinia, which is an antibiotic. The vet sent us home with medication to continue treatment at home until all of the medication was done. For dietary needs, the vet stated to give him bland foods only. One of the reasons puppies pass from Parvo is due to dehydration mainly. It was vital for us to keep him hydrated. For most of that Friday, he was pretty mopey and unwell. He did not eat anything all day, and by the evening, he had bloody diarrhea. He ended up calling the aftercare hours vet. So they stated that this was part of the process of shedding the virus. This is what came out of him the following morning. Although that morning, we did get him to eat chicken breast and rice. At that point, we felt hopeful because he was actually eating. He didn't have an appetite for the rest of the day. He was pretty much up and down most of the day. He mostly had bouts of diarrhea, and thankfully, he managed to go outside and do that, and he didn't have any explosions in the house. Nonetheless, we did think that he was on a road to recovery. Well, we were wrong, and we were very wrong. I feel like it's important to share what we went through so that you can be assured that there is still hope no matter how bad it looks. This was an emotional roller coaster ride. We'll give you a list of items we purchased in just a moment. By Sunday, this was day 3 of this battle, and it was absolutely awful. Kiko was throwing up the whole day and night, and on top of that, he was having bloody diarrhea. He wasn't keeping any of the meds down. He had resorted to putting plastic down throughout the kitchen. He had some accidents in the carpeted areas, not with diarrhea, but with the vomiting. We had to use our carpet steamer. The Bizzle wet bath did come in handy to do the cleanup in the kitchen. We also put down some puppy pads. We ended up coming to a decision that come Monday, when our normal vet is open, we decided to have the vet administer the SC fluids so that he could have fluids in his system. We also had the vet give him injections of the Serenia and antibiotics. I just took him in on each day, so Monday and Tuesday. Our reasoning for this was that he could get a good dose of everything he needed. So here are the list of items that we purchased. We bought Pedialyte, and so make sure that you're buying Pedialyte in the clear form. Make sure you're not getting any flavored or colored Pedialyte. The Pedialyte helps with the electrolytes that they lose from vomiting and the diarrhea. We also gave him Tomlin high nutritional gel because him not wanting to eat anything, he could at least get nutrition into his system. There is one more item that was vital to his treatment plan. I will get to that in just a moment. Here's a list of bland foods that we were attempting to give him. Some were successful, some were not. Once they kind of get over that hump of just making it through those first 3 days, this is what we fed him and continued to feed him even though he no longer showed Parvo symptoms. The doctor said that because the lining of his stomach was shed, his stomach still can handle other foods other than the bland food. So we bought Wholehearted Easy Digestion. We also bought the prescription food. Just asked our vet to give us the prescription food. We also gave him boiled chicken breast. Also gave him yogurt. So make sure it's plain and not yogurt that's full of sugar. Gave him pureed canned pumpkin, but we did not force feed any food. It's probably best that they actually don't eat much food to give their digestive system a break from having to process any food. I went to a local mom and pop store. What I was looking for was Paxade. The Paxade was added to the arsenal of products that we use. What Paxade is it's a natural supplement to support their digestive system. Here's how we administered the liquid. We would just use the syringe to force feed that to him. Anyway, with the Pedialyte and the Paxade, you don't want to contaminate the bottle by putting the syringe directly in there to get the meds out. I would just pour it into something and use the syringe to suck it up from whatever you pour it into.
Here's an example of how we force feed medication to Kiko. In this video, he is 14 months old.
So we just open his mouth like this and then put it in the back of his throat like that. And that's how we give him his medicine. Then we give him a piece of chicken. You have to take food with antibiotics.
Whenever he's on antibiotics, we like to give him a probiotic as well, just to get the good bacteria back in.
You're in big, big trouble. This guy is just recovering from Parvo. He is much better today, back to his normal self. And look at what he did. You must be feeling better, huh? Because now you're getting in big trouble. Well, I guess he's officially well. We can remove all this plastic. I'm gonna tell Daddy what you did.
Did you eat this?
And he was eating dirt. Wait. Okay, go. Look at him, back to his normal self. Hey, guess we can take this plastic off. Actually, can we just live with the plastic so then that way I don't have to clean all the time? I can just throw it away and then just put a new plastic down.
Even after getting Parvo, we believe he still is dealing with some digestive issues. Look out for a video that I'll be making on his food journey and some of the issues that we've had. Wish your puppy good health.